Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Today I will speak in English a little. Today's my main subject is to show you the Nawaz Khan, the man initially in the INA, a soldier, a high officer, and subsequently to the next phase of the INA. He's a traitor. Then in India, a traitor who fought for Pakistan, liked by Nehru, and placed in high offices when almost no other INA soldiers or officers was placed in any position, got any official job in India after partition. But Nawaz Khan, among the military officers, is one exception, fortunate exception. Why? Why? I will come to the documents at the end. Let me start with today. One offer of some national award of some Sri from Government of India to ex-CM of Bengal, Buddhadev Bhattacharya has come. It's rattled the party. So many discussions among the scholars. I'm not interested. 3 days back, the fact of installation of the hologram of Netaji in the India Gate has rattled here the TMCP and its leaders. And they are the Sikumaku Kongus, the Congress. They are confused. They are confused. Let us come back to, and two important news for you have come. In UP Congress, how it's collapsing. And also another news that huge explosives has been discovered by the security forces in UP and MP today, just before the day of Republic Day. And see to what extent the enemies of our country is playing in this soil. And this opportunity has been created from the days before partition. We'll come to that. One of the scoundrels, criminals, traitors is Nawaz Khan, who was placed in a good position by Nehru, was a traitor. The Nawaz Khan in the INA was court-martialed by Netaji. I'll come to the documents. And I have told you, asked you question, why Mahakal was staying in small periods from 1962, 85, 80 up to 85 at intervals in UP, northern part. Why? What is the purpose? I have told one of the purposes definitely the settlement of the Ram Janmabhoomi complex issue. And others you must know what are. If you go through properly, very cautiously, you will go through the Mahakal Kathans. In those 4 volumes I have told, you will see what was the need of his presence here. What was he doing? What was he doing? I can tell you. For creation of Pakistan, we usually blame Jinnah. That is our wrong statement. Jinnah is a subsequent player. The primary player is British, along with their agents Gandhi and Nehru. Gandhi Nehru created the background of Pakistan in UP and Bengal. Jinnah came next in the scene. And in these two states, Congress need be pulverized to build a new Bharatvarsh. That is happening. In Bengal, this is 0 today, and UP, it is going towards 0. From middle of 1960s, from the days of Nehru, Congress was losing ground in UP. And many years in UP, which was the Jamindari of the Nehrus and Gandhis, they thought UP will always give, the Nehru-Gandhi family from UP will give prime ministers after prime minister as per dynasty rule, the premiership prime minister to the India. That has stopped long before. That ground is prepared. Now Nehru-Gandhi Congress is almost nowhere in UP. Let me come to the issue. How UP is the background of the Congress, of the Pakistan? Remember, in 1937, in UP, Congress was with absolute majority came to power. That time, Muslims of UP requested for few ministerial posts. Nehru-Gandhi strongly disagreed. That compelled the Muslim community to gravitate towards the Muslim League. That was one mistake. There was a good chance, opportunity of giving a good message to the Muslim community of UP of a sweet coexistence. Nehru created that situation desperately, consciously, so that the Muslim League becomes stronger in UP. Never forget, it is Khilafat movement, first leader is Gandhi to create Muslim empire. Never forget. And in Bengal, what Gandhi Nehrus did. For Gandhi Nehrus, the Congress group of Subhash Chandra and Sharad Bose could not form a united front government along with the Fazli Haq's Krishak Prajapati. That was the good opportunity to keep Muslim League out of power in Writers' Building. In that opportunity, when Nehru Gandhi opposed the unity government of the Congress with Krishak Prajapati, Muslim League got the opportunity to grab power in West Bengal, in Bengal. And for the first time, Muslim League came to power and that gave another boosting for creation of Pakistan. All is created by Gandhi Nehru. Mahakal has told clearly, it is Gandhi, it is Nehru who compelled Jinnah to demand for Pakistan. Jinnah was against Pakistan. Jinnah was against Muslim League. In Congress, Jinnah was humiliated severely by both Gandhi and Nehru for a long period. He was compelled to go to jail. And remember, it is Gandhi and Nehru, with the help of persons like Nawaz Khan, who are communalists, Muslims, who are communalists. Though he's popular as an INS soldier, at the core of the heart, he's a communalist Muslim. Such communalist Muslims are liked by Nehru and Gandhi. I'll come to that documents of relating to Nawaz Khan, whom we Indians here on the surface know as a INA soldier, as a popular INA soldier. That is not the real picture. In 1944, Netaji Subhash Chandra ordered court-martial against Nawaz Khan for his treachery. For his activities of a traitor. And that activities continued. Even in this India, under the shelter of Nehru. And Nehru encouraged that. And Nehru encouraged that international activities of Nawaz Khan for his malafide purpose. I will coming to those documents. And I have told you, and that activities continued. Oh, let me decrease the sound of Nehru. Okay. Have I decrease the sound? No, I am coming. Nawaz Khan. He was that hero who was tried in Red Fort in 1945 December, was released. As a INA soldier, INA hero, he got name and fame. We know that side. But we don't know that cunning man was court-martialed in Burma by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. As the wars stopped very quickly, the court-martial process could not be completed. Moreover, he is not Major General. He was not Major General in the INA. But he presents himself here in India as the Major General. We come to that document. Then, he's the man, after release from the prison cell, he was campaigning for Pakistan in UP. In archives, declassified papers, there is a list of his activities by the British intelligence. In different parts of UP, he was doing meetings and campaigning for Pakistan. Something like Mujibur Rahman. Mujibur Rahman is the man whose hand is stained with blood of Hindus of Calcutta in 1946. Direct action, Hindu killings. In one place, Mujibur Rahman is the incomplete autobiography is written. We loved Subhash Bose, but we are anxious. If Subhash Bose comes, will we get Pakistan? We will not get Pakistan. That was his anxiety. And West Bengal, the book fair, is now today on his name. I'll come step by step. N.KHAN, yes. Do you know? No, there are many, in the INA there are many high officers and soldiers or Muslim brothers was in the INA. Many of them were very patriotic. They wanted not Pakistan. They are not settled in any job or in the Indian army. They are compelled to go to Pakistan. But this Nawaz Khan, whose original residence in West Punjab, which is supposed to be in Pakistan, Rawalpindi, rather he was settled in Delhi, in Meerut, UP. He was given a huge landmass, huge farm of 100 acres. And you will be astonished to know that to this area, rather after Pakistan creation after 1947 August, this Nawaz Khan brought many Muslims from Pakistan to India to settle there, so that in future they can act as an agent, as a terrorist to disturb India. That is clearly written in Mahakal Katha. In the new book, Process Oi Mahamanavashi, Mahakal Katha. Can you think? I'll read out all those areas. This is the Nawaz Khan. And this Nawaz Khan was made popular by propaganda. Just like Lokhi Sai, another traitor. And see, when in Calcutta in 1950, 54, 55, Calcutta was almost going to complete to make a non-government commission headed by Justice Harabinod Pal to investigate into the mystery of disappearance of Netaji Subhash Chandra. Suddenly this Nawaz Khan, who was in Calcutta, suddenly dashed to Delhi and informed about the event. The very Nehru scoundrel, who was opposing so long for years institution of any inquiry committee or commissions regarding the issue, suddenly issued a circular of creation of an investigation committee under the leadership of Nawaz Khan, against whom Netaji one time in 1944 December issued court martial. See, and this Nawaz Khan was a war hero, nothing else. He has no judicial knowledge, no knowledge of the law, but he was made the chairman. And countrymen swallowed that and gave that verdict. And Suresh Chandra Bose gave a dissentient report. And just after completion of this committee in 1956, this scoundrel Nawaz Khan was made a Department of Food Secretary in the government, Ministry of Government of India. Then he was made minister. And long before he was offered, given a huge landmass in Meerut, where many Pakistanis has been brought and settled. And on the surface, on the gate there, you'll see in this campus a small institute in the name of Netaji Subhash Chandra. That is the face, that is the mask, as if he is the respectful Netaji. He follows the principles of Netaji. His book on IN and Netaji definitely good. But have you seen that book is dedicated to Jawaharlal Nehru? Now I will come to the documents. Okay. UP Congress is regarded by Nehru dynasty as their Jomindari. UP. They thought all along from this UP their family will give prime ministership in series from the dynasty, one after the other. That opportunity must be grasped. And remember, the first Pakistan concept arose from the Aligarh Muslim University. And the thesis was created in London. And slogans first came from this Aligarh Muslim University. And the backing came first from the UP. And one thing, keep in mind, the movement for Pakistan was strong not in West India, not in Sindh, not in Balochistan, not in northwestern frontier province, but in UP and in this Bengal. But remember, the persons who shouted, campaigned, and so much agitations and killing of Hindus, those Muslims from West Bengal and UP did not move to Pakistan. They stayed here. But Hindus from Pakistan, both East and West, from West, almost 99% of the non-Muslims has come to India. And in East Bengal, that East Pakistan, only about 7% Hindus are there. All had to come to this India. And this Nawaz Khan, moreover, brought Muslims from Pakistan, settled in this Meerut area, so that they can be agents of Pakistan from within India. Now, then I will go to the documents. How much time? Shantu Singhaniam, Kumar Bose and Bashar Das are watching. Konkona, Shahana, Lokhi Sai, Sai Panchumuk. I have once opened my mouth on Saigal, one again I will go. Shahana Basu, you are absolute Gacharo Khabi. Yes, they know Pakistan is there. Already Pakistan is there. They can go to Pakistan anytime. But here they have stayed. It's extra gain. Extra gain. Extra gain. You have seen, Mahakal has told clearly, when they have got to Pakistan for themselves, they have no right in this India. In this Bharat, they have no right. Now I will go to some documents. I gave you some comments. I'm clearly written, it is UP Congress under Nehru Gandhi, which helped Pakistan movement maximum. In UP, the maker of Nehru, Gandhi dynasty, maker of MPs of India today, Congress is going towards zero. And naturally, I have discussed from that area. Do you know the reasons why Mahakal was staying in UP at intervals for short periods from 1962 up to 1985. Favored by Nehru, N.KHAN was made a political leader in UP to favor Islamic fundamentalists' interests in India. Nehru dynasty is a Muslim dynasty. They're using the Hindu names to cheat the people of this Bharatvarsh. Now I will gradually go towards some documents. Yes, some documents. You know Nawaz Khan. Oh, you know Suresh Chandra Bose. Suresh Chandra Bose was giving depositions to Justice Khosla. I'll read some of his statements under cross-examination to Justice Khosla. And that only those points, see, huge deposition, only those points which relate to Nawaz Khan. Oh, sorry, this is Dr. Ramchandra Rao. No. Let me go to the, yes. Only those points and those deposition was on 17th August 1972. Okay? And long before that, there is contacts of Mahakal with Sejda Suresh Chandra Bose. What is the contacts? What is the informations given and taken? I do not know. But let me see here the depositions under interrogation of Sejda Suresh Chandra Bose to Justice Khosla on 17th August 1972. Yes. I am telling. Reading. Just listen to. It is rather difficult to state definitely after a lapse of 16 years what actually took place. But as far as I remember, some records and papers were called for by the committee both here and in Japan, and some of them, probably very few, were produced at the instance of the government. I remember that amongst others, one paper was called for which I considered to be rather important, and it was the personal history of Sri Nawaz Khan, which was drawn up by the British Indian government after the termination of war for the prejudicial behavior of the said Sri Khan, and which was placed before the committee. It was found in it that in the British Indian Army, Sri Khan's rank was captain and not major, and that in the INA it was colonel and not major general as claimed by him. I also called for the similar personal histories of 2 or 3 other military officers, including that of Colonel Habibur Rahman. Netaji, before his departure from Southeast Asia in August 1945, ordered that the rank of some of the military officers should be raised. But that order was not for Nawaz Khan. Another damaging point in Nawaz Khan's personal history was that, in spite of Netaji's order to that effect, Sri Khan introduced communalism in the Azad Hind Fauj, for which and for some other regions I will discuss. Some other regions he was sending informations of the INA and PGI government affairs secretly to the British through his brother who was on the British side. Some other regions, Netaji Bose was compelled to take disciplinary action against his, resulting in an order of court-martial. Fortunately for Sri Khan, as the war suddenly came to an end and the court-martial order could not be carried out, as chairman of Netaji Inquiry Committee in 1956, he was an incompetent person because he had absolutely inexperience in judicial work, as a result of which he was an object of ridicule during the inquiry proceedings. I will not take up this is the statement of Sejda Suresh Chandra Bose. Now I corroborate his evidence with evidence of a different witness, Dr. Ram Chandra Rao, who was a doctor from Australia, Indian, a postgraduate from Australian University, doctor, and another post-graduation from Berlin Military Medical College. He was the deputy leader of the Liaison office in Berlin, the Liaison office who was communicating between the German government and Netaji, and the person who accompanied Netaji in the submarine along with Abid Hassan. He was a special officer envoy for the government, that is PGI, Provisional Government of India, to different governments, particularly Tokyo. And at times he was the personal physician of Netaji. He was the last man to see from Saigon when Netaji was entering into submarine. And he was arrested, first by British, kept arrested in Singapore in Australia, then to Lahore, then after partition in Pakistan jail. Then he entered and he was allowed to enter into India, arrested by the Nehru government, kept in different prison cells without trial for years. When he was brought to Justice Khosla Commission in Puri from Bhubaneswar jail, he was in chains. My countrymen, you are this countryman. Yes, from his deposition, I will show you what is your Nawaz Khan. Then I will come to Mahakal Kathan. What Mahakal has told about this scoundrel Nawaz Khan. Question, and that's deposition 9th August 1971 in Puri. Were you interested with the power to investigate the affairs of Nawaz Khan? Answer, Colonel Chopra and I was interested, but if I answer this question, then I will be put to harassment more. Commission, who asked you to hold this inquiry? Any answer which you give will not be subject to any criminal charges. পরে কথা বলবো রে। Please excuse me, I will be put to harassment. Colonel Chopra and myself were asked by Honorable Bose on a report made by Japanese military authorities. Commission, did you see the report? Honorable Bose asked me to prepare some papers in the year 1944, maybe in December. He gave me the papers to prepare them and find out the necessary information for him. Commission. What were those papers? Did you read them? It was report of the Japanese military intelligence accusing Nawaz of spying. Commission. At what place was this? It was in Singapore itself, and Colonel Chopra. Oh, sorry. Are you listening? Have I used my microphone? No, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. Can you? Are you listening? Sorry. I have not used my microphone, and you have not told me. I do not know. Possibly you are not. The sound is very little. Okay. I do not know. Is my sound has gone? Someone please write to me. Is the sound was okay? Is the sound was okay? Was the sound okay? Is the sound okay? শুনতে পাচ্ছ? ঠিক আছে, ওকে, thank you. I forgot to use my microphone. Okay, thank you. Okay. It was a report of the Japanese military intelligence accusing Nawaz Khan of spying. Commission. At what place this was? It was in Singapore itself, and Colonel Chopra was also asked. Commission. Was he asked in your presence? Yes. Commission. Tell us, what investigation did you do? There was a terrible amount of questioning of some INA officers, and spying activity was going on in Bangkok, and in some parts there was some investigation carried out. Commission. What is that commission? I want to know, whom did you question? I recorded evidence of many INA officers, but I do not remember the name of any one of them now. Did you make a report to Netaji? Periodical reports were being made to Netaji. Okay. Commission. And in very first report, you said that the allegations were partly true. Yes, that time investigation was incomplete. That's why that was my report. To some extent, it was true. Commission. How can it be to some extent? There can be answered yes or no. The evidence was not so much against him, but I had suspicions and subsequently I got some other reports, and my second report was submitted periodically. I came to the conclusion that I was so busy, I said that the matter may be entrusted to somebody, and Colonel Chopra was entrusted with it. And subsequent materials gave evidence that there was spying. We go back to the question of Netaji being convinced. Did he tell you that he was convinced? I was there when he entrusted it to Colonel Chopra. Commission. But he was entrusting Colonel Chopra for an inquiry. Did Netaji say that Netaji was convinced that Nawaz was spying? When was it? I do not remember. Commission. Was it the beginning of 1945? Where did this conversation take place? It was Singapore. Commission. Where was Nawaz Khan at that time? He was somewhere in Burma. Commission. When the inquiry was entrusted to Chopra, how long after this Netaji told you that he was convinced of Netaji's spying? Netaji was convinced because he had several other source lines. Yes, I recorded some evidence against him. After that, the papers were placed before him. Netaji called Colonel Chopra and asked him to produce Nawaz Khan before him. But It was not possible. The war suddenly stopped and Nawaz Khan escaped. And I was busy myself for different serious works like Charge the Affairs of government of Netaji to Tokyo government. I had to move to Tokyo. Now, I'll end with some from Mahakal Kathans. First, let me Mahakal Kathan actually published in scattered way in different volumes. Shamar in my Netaji Subhash Chandra, first volume, Shamar in third volume, Shamin Mahakal Kathan, Shamin Oi Mahamanobo Ashe, Shamin Oi Mahamanobo Ashe Osses in a scattered way. Okay, on Nawaz Khan, as this diary by Dr. Pavitra Mohan Rai was written in Bengali, I'll try to translate in Bengali into English. First, let me read from original one. 23rd October 72. Dr. Pavitra Mohan is recording. On Nawaz Khan. ওপারের শেষ দিকে ওর বিট্রিয়ালের ঘটনা সত্য, সম্পূর্ণ সত্য। ওর ভাই এদেশে ব্রিটিশ ইন্ডিয়ান আর্মিতে ছিল। The allegations of spying against Nawaz Khan is correct. It is Mahakal telling. It is absolutely correct. Brother of Nawaz Khan was high officer on the opposite side, on the side of the British. আমার কাছে যখন খবর পৌঁছলো তখন ক্যাবিনেট মিটিং ওকে অ্যারেস্ট করে কোর্ট মার্শাল বিচারের অর্ডার হলো। When I got the informations and confirmations, I ordered to arrest him and for court martial. But I signed for the court martial, but it was late. The war ended abruptly and he escaped. I knew everything. And one day, Colonel Chatterjee asked me, and he got astonished when he learned from me. He asked me, sir, you did not know before this was happening? I answered, I knew everything. I was careful because I have to form my INA and my government with the persons, with the officers already trained and formed by the British. I had no time to create fresh cadres, fresh soldiers, fresh officers, fresh ministers. I have to recruit the persons of former British army. Naturally, if I had to take fresh ones on scrutiny, I could not make this IN. There was not much persons. এই প্রথম সন্দেহ করলেন চ্যাটার্জি মশাই, তিনি যখন জানতে পারলেন যে রুদ্ধশ্বাসে আমার কাছে দৌড়ে আসলেন। কয়েকজনকে সন্দেহ করেছেন, বললেন। হেসে বললাম, আপনি আজ জানলেন? হঠাৎ ভূত দেখার মতো বললেন, আপনি জানতেন তো বলেননি, সাবধান করেননি? যদি কোনো বিপদ হয়ে যেত, অর্থাৎ আমার কোনো বিপদ হতো, আমি অন্যদের তৈরি করা জিনিস হাতে নিয়েছি। I have taken up the materials made by others, made by the British. If I cut everyone, if I scrutinize everyone, if I filter out everyone, where is the persons left with which I form my government and my army? আমার ভবিষ্যৎ প্ল্যান, my future plan was planned long before. I knew everything, and that was made long before the surrender of Japan. I knew long before that Japan will surrender. Nawaz Khan was never a major general. Nawaz Khan was never a major general, but he is projecting in this country in elevated rank because he knows there is no person to challenge him. This is your Nawaz Khan from the lips of the lion. Then Mahakal Kathan. Yes, Mahakal Kathan. বাড়ির মেয়ে শাহনওয়াজের ওখানে 6 মাস কাটালো, মনে করে ফকির কিছু জানে না। বাড়ির মেয়ে, a lady of Boshbari of Elgin and Woodburn Park, lived for 6 months in the campus of Shahnawaz Khan. This information has gone to Mahakal. Some lady means one niece, Bhaiji of Mahakal. Biological. Another volume, that is Osses, Oi Mohammadobash Osses. Mahakal, writing to Revolutionary Leela Rai. Yes, in 63, a huge part in English, original, I am writing. In this connection, I would like to inform you in all privacy that Shahnawaz and MHI are 100,000% pro-Muslim and Pakistan. They are hand in gloves with, but they know that the India side of the brand is for a purpose. Asian and HMI are members from far away countries, agents, spies, and men are regularly coming and contacting, meeting and directing and going. Remember, UP made Pak possible. I saw both of them ultranationalists. There are many centers of traitors in UP. And my countrymen, tell your historians to go to archives to see the files declassified already. The files on Shahnawaz Khan, the files in the series of fortnightly INA review. Even after the release of the INA soldiers from prison cells, the British intelligence was spying to see what they are doing, where they are doing. And therefore, all the meetings of the Shahnawaz Khan, all his statements, what is uttering, what is demanding, all are recorded in these fortnightly reviews. The Shahnawaz Khan from 96 early onwards is released, campaigning in different parts of UP loudly for Pakistan. And this Pakistani communalists is favored by your Nehru, the scoundrel Nehru. And you garland this Shahnawaz scoundrel as a hero. My countrymen, try to scrutinize. Don't identify a man with the mask. Take away the mask. See the man inside who is residing secretly under the mask and gown. Identify. Countrymen, correctly identify your traitors, your enemies. Inside. Enemies outside the front, it's easy to tackle. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Any question? Ishita Bhuvan, sound okay? Okay. Then, any question? No question? What can I do? If you ask no, if you ask not any questions, I'll stop. Any question, any question, any question, any question. What is your questions? No questions. No question. No question. How? Let me see here also. My hand said, any question? Any question? Any question? Oh, any question? কল্লোল দেখছি কল্লোল কেন দেখছো সাউন্ড ওকে শাহানা বাসু কল্লোল দাস বক্সি অমিত ঘোষ কল্লোল কল্লোল হাউ আর ইউ হ্যালো হাউ আর ইউ অমিত ঘোষ কল্লোল তাপস for long period you are not asking any question শাহানা শুনতে পাচ্ছ yes Indian is only telling yes, nothing else. Okay. Telling to divide Bengal in, yes, Tapos, you are right. Bengal partition 1905 was a mini experiment of the British Empire. How to do a bigger game in future. The partition of Bengal was undone. They have learned from there how in future to divide India. What are the precautions to be taken? How the agents to be made and placed in the official parties like Congress, Communist Party, and Muslim League show that his execution of India partition will be smooth one. All parties will support that. They learn from their mistakes. In 1905, because that time British did not think to manufacture agents who will support this partition of Bengal. They have learned from there. Now they have got decades to prepare agents. All are stationed in the government, in the official parties. Congress was made by British. Communist Party was purchased by British. Muslim League, the creation of the British. Very easy. Yes, Shakun Khan Thakurda, the scoundrels. Bande Mataram, Jai Hind.